So I keep getting the download that I need to tell you guys or clarify ego for you a little bit. You are probably familiar with hearing in what I call New Age superstitious manifestation or very yogic culture that ego's bad, don't live out of your ego. I'm actually, because I understand the energetics of manifestation so well, meaning what pulls what and creates magnetism and how, ego's not that big of a deal. And I'll clarify that for you because it is and it isn't. So, and also if you follow human design, if you haven't watched our video on it with Jenna Zoe, go click on that and revert back to this. But even in your chart in human design, you can have ego. So it's just a part of your authentic makeup or it isn't. So ego's actually, it's a driving, ego can actually be a very big driving force and pursuit force, but here's where it'll get you into trouble. So in manifestation, when you're calling in what you want and you're navigating tests and lessons that are presenting themselves, again, if that sounds like mumbo jumbo, go to the Formula Magnetism workshop to understand the actual formula of how to manifest. It'll clarify that for you. But if you're navigating tests or calling things in through ego, it can only affect you if when you're pursuing things out of ego, that it's to fill a void inside of you that hasn't been worked through, say inner child work, shadow work, all the work you can do on the workshop. So it's something to try to complete you or fulfill you from the outside. Only two things will result from that. One of the biggest lessons you've ever had in your life, or two, nothing will come. So if you're starting to take inventory and you're pursuing and calling things in or navigating tests and lessons and expanders through that, through if I get this, it'll make my parents love me, right? If we get down to the energetic below, or if I do this, then I'll finally be received in the world. If I get this, it'll complete me. That's an exterior validation. Again, the only two things that'll come from that are a massive lesson that'll blow up in your face to knock you back onto your aligned path, or nothing will show up at all. So that's where you can start to take inventory. Now, if you're coming out of a place of ego, I'm so lenient when it comes to the energetics of manifestation of what ego actually means. It doesn't mean being, a monk in the Himalayas to be egoless. It means that what you're wanting and calling in, or when you're navigating tests and lessons, you're actually coming from a core essence place. You're actually receiving these pulls and downloads from your inside because it's what will make you feel whole and make you feel like you're in your true flow. So again, we're physical beings in a physical plane. That's why manifestation works for us, because we can have anything we physically want or need. And as physical beings, we need physicality. So I'm talking about just simple physical energy. So it's not crazy to want for things or to co-create with the universe to receive things. But again, if we're doing it and pursuing it from exterior stuff to complete us, that's a problem. So an example of this, it's really silly and generic, but let's say that you feel this pull to go on this travel to Iceland, and you're doing it because you broke up with your ex and you really want him and his new girlfriend to see how great your life is on Instagram. I mean, that's so silly and cheesy, but that would be pursuing something out of exterior validation. However, if you're getting that download, there's just something inside of your soul that's calling you there, and you just need to see the planes or connect with it or X, Y, and Z, throw that on your manifestation list. Not a problem. The universe is going to start to help to co-create for that. So I hope I could clarify ego and how it can push away your magnetism or pull it in if you're really listening to your intuitive, authentic path.